Major lockdown in Italy, the government banning travel for about a quarter of the population and canceling many public gatherings nationwide. And for the first time, look at this, Pope Francis live streaming his Sunday prayer, hoping to keep away large crowds. More than 360 people have now died of the coronavirus in Italy, the most outside of China, and nearly 1,500 new cases were reported just in the past 24 hours. Here's ABC's Jennifer Eccleston.
In Italy tonight, 16 million people in the country's hot zone now in lockdown. That's more than a quarter of its population under quarantine, with cases soaring to more than 7,000 infected and 366 deaths, a 30% spike overnight, the most fatalities outside of China. Travel in and out of 14 northern provinces restricted until April, including the city of Venice, a tourist favorite, and the massive Lombardy region, home to fashion capital Milan. An eerie quiet in both cities' iconic sites on Sunday, but overnight, panic at this train station. Passengers desperate to escape, fearful trains would be shutting down. Weddings and funerals postponed, ski resorts, gyms, and malls closed. Visitors banned from the Vatican Museum. Pope Francis praying for the victims of the epidemic through live stream, sealed off from worshippers. Then surprising a few pilgrims with a quick wave from his balcony over St. Peter's Square. Tonight, the unprecedented quarantine winning praise from the WHO, its chief calling it a courageous step to protect the Italian people. Tom?
No sports, no weddings, even no funerals. Italy has announced tough new measures to try and contain Europe's worst coronavirus outbreak, imposing a lockdown on its most populous region and the country's economic engine.
All events in public and private spaces are suspended. All cinemas, theatres, pubs, arcades, bingos and nightclubs are suspended. We can no longer afford gatherings of people in these areas. We are aware that this will create unease and that these measures will be a sacrifice, big and small, but this is a time to be responsible. We all must respect and not dodge these measures.
But not everyone is on board.
If they want to make it a red zone, they must have their reasons. My decision was made in a hurry. I would like to return to down south to my relatives. Let's say I'm fleeing.
Italy's efforts replicate the sweeping steps China has taken since the outbreak began in December. But even seclusion doesn't ensure safety, as a hotel being used as a quarantine site in southeastern China collapsed, killing several people. And another possible cruise ship containment is on the horizon. The Grand Princess has been waiting in international waters for days, barred from docking in California after 19 crew and 46 passengers tested positive.
But let me assure the American public, as we did so with Americans returning from China and those returning from the other cruise ship, we are taking all measures necessary to see to the health of the Americans and those involved.
US media is reporting that the ship will dock in Oakland on Sunday, but it's unclear whether its 3,000 passengers will be allowed to disembark or will face a lengthy quarantine on board. Liz Maddock, TRT World.